It's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts, and I have a slightly different styled Simple Stamping Saturday for you today. The software on my computer has gone wrong again, so I'm going for the phone. And what I'm showing you today is how to turn your 15 festive tags into full-size cards, because not everybody needs 15 gift tags, but most people do need quite a lot of cards. So these are the cards that I have put together. They're all roughly the same, and what I'm going to show you today is how to actually make them. So some of them I've used the thread that comes in the kit, and some of them I've introduced other ribbon. I'm going to be using other ribbon for today's versions. So those are some of the cards that I have made from the Festive Tag Kit. And as I say, it's meant to make 15 tags, but with the introduction of some pattern paper, you can make so much more. So I'm starting with a piece of Pool Party Designer Series paper, and it's from the standard colour family packs. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut that to size, which is to cut it to 4 3/4 inches, like that, which means you get this nice big piece left over. And then all I'm going to do is cut this in half, and this will be enough to make 2 cards. So those are 2 pieces at 3 inches by 4 3/4, and then a piece of basic black, which I'm going to cut at 3 1/8, like that. So that's 3 1/8. And then this piece I'm going to cut at 4 7/8. Ooh, let's do that. And that. So those are 2 pieces cut at 4 7/8 by 3 1/8, which is all we actually need for the cards that we're making today. But I'm just going to cut these as well, just to show you. These I'm cutting, whoops, I should have cut this at 4 7/8 first. So 4 7/8 by 3 1/8 again. So let me do 4 7/8 by 3 1/8. But yes, there are some days where, I don't know, my computer just decides for some reason it wants to disregard one of my cameras, which was the problem. Right, okay, so I don't need that anymore because I've already prepped my card bases, which are here. So this is 1 sheet of A4 scored in half and then cut down the middle. That way you only have to cut once, so you score once, cut once. Let me just grab my... Oh, and I need an ink pad. That would have been useful. So I've got Pool Party ink and my Pool Party blending brush, because I'm using Pool Party paper. So let me grab a piece of scrap paper. In this case, it's a piece of the, now we don't do it anymore, small grid paper, and I'm just going to attach a couple of pieces of low tack tape. Doesn't actually have to be low tack tape, I just happen to be using low tack tape. So I am trying to line this up with the marks on the grid paper. Let me just make sure that I'm mostly in camera, which I am. And then I'm going to slide this into there so that all of the snowflakes are on the paper. And that way I know that we're not going over the crease at the top. It just happens to work that way. And then Pool Party ink onto my blending brush, just test it on the side, it's fine. And then just, and the reason I test it on the side is just to make sure that I haven't got a huge amount of ink that's then going to go terribly dark onto my paper, because I don't want this to be really dark. I want it to be obvious that it's there, but I don't want it to be so obvious that it's kind of in your face. Sorry, the sleeves of this jumper, which is lovely and warm, let it be said, are quite long. It's a skiing jumper. We were very fortunate to be gifted it. Those of us who were lucky enough to earn, I say lucky enough, it's hard work, lucky enough to earn last year's incentive trip, which was to Norway, and we were all gifted this lovely jumper. I should say fewer than 1% of demonstrators earn the incentive trip, so it is not typical of being a demonstrator. So that's what I've done. This bit in the middle is going to be covered, so I'm not too worried about that. And then let's do exactly the same again. Now I used, sorry, I've got a bit of fluff somewhere. I used Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, Garden Green and Flirty Flamingo inks on the other cards that I've shown you. You can get away with only having to clean once between colours, because if you go Pool Party and Lost Lagoon is kind of a darker version of Pool Party, and then you can just wipe with a dry cloth the Lost Lagoon ink off your mask, and then you can go in with your Garden Green. Then you have to clean it, and at that point you can then do the Flirty Flamingo. For some reason I always want to say it's Calypso Coral, but it's Flirty Flamingo. So the colours in the tag kit are Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, Lost Lagoon, Real Red, Garden Green, Black and Gold, and White, obviously. Okay, so pull that out, and there we are, we've got our snowflakes. So that's all I need that for. It's all I need that for. Don't need that anymore. I can clean that really easily just with a wet wipe. So let's fold and burnish our card bases. Now I'm only going to put one of these together, but I just wanted to show you that it's really easy just to slip them in like that. So I need a piece of the Pool Party and a piece of the black, and then I need the bits for my tag, and I've deliberately left the holes in, and I will show you why in a moment. So multi-purpose liquid glue onto our paper. Am I in camera? Yes, more or less. Oh, I've just realised I've not got all my lights on. Bear with me while I stick this in place and rectify that. Really not a great day today, is it? Dare I say, when I'm recording this, that's a bit better. I had spent some of the time at the dentist again because my tooth is still not right. Right, I'm just going to pop this onto the card front. Now, obviously, you could do all of the snowflakes in the same colour. You don't have to change them up, but I thought I would change them up a little. So 2 dimensionals, which are included in the kit. I've used some from my standard sheet, but they are included in the kit. And that goes onto this, preferably the right way up. Like that. And then we need Be Merry, or the language that is appropriate to wherever you're sending it. Now, it says to put it there. I'm going to put it here because we've got room, and I think that means we can see the whole of our snowman. Now, as I say, I've left the holes in place. So what I'm going to do is add adhesive, and then just add some adhesive over that hole as well, and then line it up so that it covers the other hole. like that. So we've got a bit of the black sticking out at the top, and then just add some more adhesive like that. And then I've brought out my Pool Party grosgrain ribbon, which is from the annual catalogue. And I'm going to just tie a very quick bow, just 2 loops tied in a half knot. And it's a really nice quick way to tie a bow, and you can adjust the loops so they're how you want them. And then grab my snips. Everything's in slightly different places from where I'm expecting them to be, because there's things in the way that aren't normally there, like phone stands. Right, so don't need that anymore. Glue dot, you can just use multi-purpose liquid glue, but for speed I'm going to use a glue dot. Ooh, or not. It is very cold in my room, and glue dots prefer warm weather. So, and I'm going to stick it over that hole that we've left in place, and it then disguises the hole. And then the final touch is, if I can find them, there we are. So in the kit are these little gold gems, and I'm just going to add, in the kit it says to put 2 there and 1 here. I've got a ribbon up there instead, so I'm just going to add 1 there. And that is my finished card. So how to take a tag and turn it into a full-size card. Obviously you'd want to put a full sentiment in there, and if you want to put designer series paper on the inside just to pretty it up a bit, you have got all of these pieces left, so you could cut that in half and stick half at the bottom, and you've got 2 pieces then, 1 for each of your cards. So there you go. I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated, particularly when it's a challenging video day. And if you don't subscribe, you can do that in the bottom right hand corner. Any questions, leave those below in below the description bar, questions or comments, and I will see you again very soon, hopefully back on my usual setup. Anyway, until then, bye for now.